to get runs.
They've got 2,300 runs opening the batting together. There's a little clip. But I see what you're saying. If they can get nice 60, 70, 80 run partnership here, it just boosts their confidence. Just time in the middle, just about scored 20, 22 runs, I think, between them. But in all fairness, they've got a very decent seam attack in front of them. With Klassen, who's on your screen just now. There's Paul van Beekeren, Logan van Beek, who's come in as a concussion substitute for Bas de Leader. But Brendan Global can be sharp too. Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam. As Basit was saying, a little short of runs at the moment, so they've got an objective beyond the objective of winning the game. ICC T20I ranking #1 for Mohammad Rizwan. Average is outstanding. Strike rate 127. And Babar Azam was always a joy to watch. 28 years old, ICC T20I rankings down to 4. Average is 42 as well. Strike rate 129. No doubt in course of time that strike rate is going to go up into the mid 130s. It's a nice place to inhabit. Right, 92 wicket. We're almost set. So it will be. Klassen. Rizwan is in strike. There's a slip in place. And runs straight away. There will be 3 here. There was a shout of no and then a call for a third. And just as well, both stayed put in their crease.
Yeah, discussion straight away. Baba wanted the third. And just as the ball was struck, they probably thought there was 3 in it. But anyway, a couple of runs to start off the inning. There's the awareness now, changing the field. Spot fine in the circle, deep square leg in place.
And down the ground. Down the ground from Rizwan, that'll be the first boundary. And authoritatively struck.
Yes, searching for swing. Searching for that ball to dip back into Rizwan. No swing at all. The full toss. Just ease down the ground. Confidence builder.
One of the good things about this T20 World Cup, they're going to go for 2. I thought initially they might stay with 1, but the boundary is fairly deep. The late call to go for 2. I love T20 international cricket on big grounds because then the boundaries have to be earned, the sixes have to be earned. The one more thing I'd like to see is a ball that swings a little bit more. This ball likes straight lines.
But there is bounce, Harsha. There's plenty of bounce to work with. And Pakistan worked with that bounce so far. It's been pretty full from Klassen. Looking for that swing. Will he drag his length back?
The gap for 2 more, so he's been busy. It's a very busy start from Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, and good part of this is that every delivery is hitting the bat. One nice feeling bat on ball. And with that first delivery on the pads, that just set him off.
Good ball there. Get back in a long way. That's the movement we wanted to see. Here's something interesting. Richard Illingworth was played in that 1992 World Cup final that Pakistan won. The other end is someone who also played in a World Cup side and a World Cup winning side. For Rifle in 1999. Just a single strike. 11 came off that over 11 for no loss.
मैच में तो मुझे आउट किया था नसीम शाह ने। नहीं
इनके लिए तो नसीम शाह से आउट होने की सीधी सादी होती है।
मैं पिक्चर लूंगा।
Nestle Fruit Vital Sparkling Fruit Juice with the right infusion of soda and fruit juice.
State Life Insurance Corporation of Pakistan.
Song Wiki Pro लगाएं और डिजिटल हो जाए। 40 GB डेटा, 250 अदर नेटवर्क मिनट, सिर्फ 399 रुपए में पूरा हफ्ता। Song 4G.
With new Bresso Bleaching, पाव सितारों जैसे क्यों?
बैडमिंटन पाकिस्तान का सबसे मजबूत है जो आप उसे महसूस कर सकते।
Wickets so far in the tournament. Once again for Rizwan, this time just a single. So Babar will get to face a ball.
Yeah, both Babar and Rizwan will be much more comfortable with this. And Babar had two bowlers who were pretty tall and hit the deck and got extra bounce, and that troubled them in the early overs and throughout that innings. But here, yes, there is space, but not that extra bounce that the Zimbabwe bowlers got from this surface. And four more. Just got room and he figured out if I get it over slip, that's good enough. And it was good enough. They're probably too short for this surface. Because it did fly away. It's banged in and it just went higher and higher over the keeper's head. But as with the extra bounce, you need to also figure out that you don't really have to slam it in too short. %31% of the deliveries for Sunmaker and bowls are over 140 kilometers an hour. So come up to 136. That's the other thing you've seen with Sunmaker. We were lucky to see him, the Dutch, play after Geelong as well. Plays with a smile. This is what Babar Azam would be seeing. This is our view 360. Perhaps as he looks square on the offside, it's very thickly populated. Moves to the onside, lots more open space. In that first game here against Zimbabwe, Pakistan looked to the leg side a lot, which probably brought about a lot of plays and misses. It's type of surface where you can trust the offside, you can go with the bounce, you can even drive on the up or the cut shot come into play because of that extra bounce. It's not necessarily a surface where you walk across and try and hit it two leg side, which Pakistan were trying to do. Good stop. Will save a single. And in keeping with the carry on this track, third man and fine leg are pretty fine. And you almost just need to time the ball or just work with the bounce and go over that square cover point region, because it will allow you that opportunity. What a single. Tell you what, that might be close. He's actually been dragged a little further away to the right with that single.
The umpire to director. We have an umpire review for run out at the bowler's end. Let's go side on, please. Check. shifted his ground there. The decision for a big screen.
Out it will be when misfortune comes. It comes in many forms. It comes in many ways. He's on a very rare run drought, Babar Azam. All the things that run out on the shot that he played, out by some distance, actually pushed right. So he actually ended up running a little longer, but I still think he would have been run out. Gone for 4 at 16 for 1.
आ गया नया एरियल ब्लू फॉर्मूले के साथ जो गिराएगा धूल, मिट्टी और पसीने के दागों की हर दीवार।
जिंदगी से शेयर खरीदो और बेचो, प्रॉफिट बनाओ, पैसे कमाते जाओ। स्टॉक ट्रेडिंग इतनी सिंपल। वाओ! डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
Nestle Fruta Vital Sparkling Fruit Drink, the delightful fusion of soda and fruit juice.
आज से नहीं क्रिकेट तो कल स्टेडियम की विनिंग क्रिकेट। इससे टैलेंट को बढ़ाने में साथ दे रहे हैं थ्रू द एंगल क्रिकेट कोचिंग प्रोजेक्ट।
State Life Insurance Corporation of Pakistan.
जो कैनन इलेक्ट्रिक वाटर हीटर लगाते हैं वो बांटने से नहीं घबराते हैं।
The new Blesso Bleach Cream, पाँव सितारों जैसी ग्लो।
And starts off with a boundary. He's a wonderful stroke player. Delivery coming back into the side and it's pitched up and it's been thrashed through the offside in typical fucker fashion. Lots of pace off the track, but he's nailed it through the offside. Square is a strength. I'd imagine that would be one of the objectives. Try and get Pakistan scoring some runs, they'll get a single. We'd clearly like Babar to play it a little while longer, but that wasn't to be. And a run out of all things. He wanted the run, he was off straight away, but a misjudgment, a direct hit, and he was, well, found wanting, but with that evidence, you'd think there was not a run in it. Just a bit too full, Klaassen. I think he's searching for him. A couple of deliveries to Fakhar, quite full. This one again, slightly full in terms of where you want to be, where Pakistan were throughout their innings. Fakhar very good square on the offside, so he'll be looking to that area a lot. There's two slips though, but there's a pickup shot on the onside, untenanted. Loads and loads of real estate on the onside. Well, if you're worried about his fitness, about his form, he's dispelling both rather quickly. Yeah, this is very good, really good. He just flicked this into that acreage that Harsha was talking about. There's only a fine leg patrolling the fence, so anything marginally onto the stumps and Fakhar will be taking free hit. So this is good intent, good start to Fakhar's innings. 10 of the over already, one of the slips goes off. There's just not enough swing to allow that second slip in. Uses speed, sweeps versus spin, attacks both full and short. Takes on the spin matchups. Strike rate versus spin is 144. And the ball is turning into him when it's away 118. I also think he's a very fine player of pace bowling to hit the ball on the up quite a lot. Then came up the over 3 gone 26 for 1.
Water वाले बालों के लिए water वाला shampoo. For hair fall, Pantene is my choice.
It's made fermented rice water और glutathione formula जिससे 14 दिन में hair fall कम करे. Pantene.
ओमेगा इनक्लेव फैसलाबाद जल्द आ रहा है. 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट होने वाला पाकिस्तान नंबर 1 एक्सपोर्ट का सर्विस.
फैसल इस्लामी, पाकिस्तान का बेहतरीन इस्लामी बैंक.
मैं हूँ शाहीन अफरीदी और मेरा बैंक है फैसल इस्लामी.
फैसल इस्लामी, बढ़ो यकीन.
In the power play, obviously losing power early. Power play only 2 is allowed outside that 30-yard circle, so over the top is always an option. And the left side provides more gaps for his one right now, but with Fucker in the side, you want to use him in the power play. And with Barber going early, Fucker comes to the crease. So very interesting if they batted through the power play, who would come one drop. Then maybe you'd look at Sean Masood, just to make sure that when spin is on, he grills through that innings. But you've got a decision now to make with Fucker and Sean Masood at 3 and 4, that who comes in 3, who comes in 4, or whether you want more impetus with Fucker batting 3. So that's a decision which will be made more and more as the tournament progresses. Through the onside, they split the line very early and hit through, is in good form. Another boundary, but already they've scored as many as the Netherlands did in their entire innings. Again, 2 full and hit down the ground. We've seen it, but if you stray full, it's almost as easy as it gets, because you can just trust the wicket, trust the ball coming onto the bat and smash it through, which Rizwan had done.
So in effect, Pakistan find themselves in a situation where they've got 4 opening batsmen, really. I assume you'd open Babar and Rizwan, you wouldn't trouble that very much. So, Sean Masood at number 4, you think? Is he have a game to play at number 4? Is he better off going up early? Or is there just a present problem to have? Because this batting order now looks settled. Must confess, I expect a little bit more from Haider Ali.
Yeah, interesting how they will play Sean. A couple of games he has said he's probably been the best batter in terms of those sessions where Pakistan were on the back foot, the ball was swinging around. He batted well against India and then against Zimbabwe as well. But now it's Fucker, who is probably the most aggressive out of those top 4. They don't want to miss out on him not being employed in the power play, so it is a bit of a dilemma.
Power play has been a problem for Pakistan so far. Oh, India just wide of shot mid-wicket with a shot fraught with danger. They'll get the single. It's 31 for 1.
ये शीशा नहीं जुड़ने वाला, लेकिन क्यों? आसिफ अली ने शॉट मारा था.
रुखसाना आंटी के लिए आसिफ अली से टूटे शीशे की सीधी सारी खुशी है सुपर.
KNNs, ताकि आपके प्यारों को मिलती रहे सेफ एंड हेल्दी चिकन.
चाय मजबूत सफर में.
और किसी पे नजर क्यों जाए?
केयर हनी लोशन.
जिंदगी से अपनी सेविंग्स म्यूचुअल फंड्स में लगाओ. बेस्ट रिटर्न पाते जाओ. इन्वेस्टमेंट इतनी सिंपल. वाओ, डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ.
Nestle Fruit Vital Sparkling Fruit Drink. The delightful fusion of soda and fruit juice.
Got a bit of gas about him. Good speed. Starts off at 135. They've had their moments in the Netherlands. Today the batting was a bit of a disappointment, but over the tournament, the Netherlands, Ireland especially, beating the West Indies, Namibia, all had their moments, suggesting that there should be more of those. That's a good, very good first ball. Was in a flight with some of the Netherlands players coming in.
Rizwan is saying that he's not been able to spot the ball. I think he's saying that not seeing the ball. Vanderbilt is saying that that's good. But is it to do with the shadow or the sun in his eyes? It's not really clear why he's not spotting the ball.
Just rule of Van der Merwe to come up with a wise crack there. I spent some time chatting with them on the flight. Just had to love their excitement, the great sense of adventure, searching for self-discovery to see if they can play at this level. Right, can you see the ball here? You can.
He's still complaining. He's still sort of suggesting that he's not picking it up. From where we're sitting, I don't know what or why that would be.
Well, one reason could be that the ball's leaving the bowler's hand in sunshine, in sunlight, and there's shadow everywhere else. You see that just at the edge of the picture, as you were saying. A wonderful stop. You say four there. Saw that right on your picture as Brennan Glover was about to deliver the ball. He's delivering it in sunshine. There you see that little strip of sunshine there. Thereafter, the rest of the pitch is in shade. That's a non-striker. He's in sunlight.
Yeah, he's standing there now. Fakhr says, I'll stand here so that the ball comes out of the shade into the shade.
Got a hand to it. I think this is excellent fielding at cover. Keep it down to 2. Last in the field, and there should have been a third. They'll get it eventually. There was a bit of a chase for Rizwan. He's looking a little winded.
Yeah, Fakhr just standing so that their shadow just goes where the ball is releasing the ball, and he had a little chat with Rizwan saying that I'll stand there so that it doesn't come out of the sun into the shade like you spotted, Harsha.
Ball's coming really well onto the bat end. Fakhr's looking in pretty good nick.
Pakistani fans very relieved after that first game, the Super Sunday today. First game where Bangladesh won. Now they look Pakistan to win, and then not very often do the Pakistani fans support India, but they want India to win. Right now it's 5 overs done, 35 for 1.
Nestle Fruit Vital Sparkling Fruit Drink. The delightful fusion of soda and fruit juice.
JS Platinum बिजनेस करंट अकाउंट से टेंशन हटाओ, बिजनेस बढ़ाओ और माली मामलात आसान बनाओ।
इस मैच में तो मुझे आउट किया था, नसीम शाह ने नहीं
इनके लिए तो नसीम शाह से आउट होने की सीधी सादी खुशी है।
इसमें से एक पिक्चर दूंगा।
Rest to recover. They'll be coming back comfortably for the second. Swing and bottom edge onto the pair. Plenty of vacant land where he's looking to pop that over deep wicket.
The Dutch going a full press as well. And Mikarin continuing, coming into his third over. They're trying to bowl their best strike bowlers early as in the innings as they possibly can.
Notably it is that he can't dish up any of his 4 overs. Issue with the concussion. Rizwan keen to come through for a single. Rizwan not interested at all.
Speaking of Mikarin earlier in the tournament, he's actually a very nervous competitor before he starts bowling. He's had some troubles with rhythm towards the crease.
Gives the charge, but once again can't get the contact that he's after.
And so what he did, you see it with a lot of fast bowlers, they have a mark down behind the stumps where they take off from. So rather than worry about where he starts his run up from, and looking there, you see all at the end of the pitch there, you see those lines, and that's for each of the bowlers, that's their takeoff spot. So he's no longer really concerned. With where he starts his run up. His most important thing with when he bowls is where he takes off from. So it's a different sort of take. I know for myself, I would always worry about where I started running from. But he knows now where he jumps from. If he jumps at that right spot, regardless of how his run is to get to that mark on the ground, he'll be right at the crease.
Through the Angel Mind Sports program.
State Life Insurance Corporation of Pakistan.
पाकिस्तान का सबसे ज्यादा बिकने वाला मोटरसाइकिल टायर, ग्रुप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
Song Wiki Pro लगाएं और डिजिटल हो जाए। 40 GB डेटा, 250 अदर नेटवर्क मिनट, सिर्फ 399 रुपए में पूरा हफ्ता। Song 4G।
हमारा रहबर सबसे बेहतर।
फैसल इस्लामी, पाकिस्तान का बेहतरीन इस्लामी बैंक।
मैं हूँ शाहीन अफरीदी और मेरा बैंक है फैसल इस्लामी।
फैसल इस्लामी, बढ़ो यकीन के साथ।
The new Vessel Bleaching, 5 सितारों जैसी क्यों?
Paddle out of this to great effect. Brilliantly played. Gets it nice and far and away for a boundary. I think he was under no illusions. The first delivery was going to be scooped in that area, and he does it with aplomb.
Brindle's been fantastic so far in this tournament. He does struggle to turn, like all spinners struggle to turn it on this surface. This one's playing that beautifully.
Change of field. protection fine. And that means there's a gap there, a short but wicket. It hasn't been placed perfectly. Oh, it looks like they wanted to come back to the second. Zaman is sprawled. I don't know if he's done himself a disservice. In fact, he might have actually done some damage here. On the turning, maybe he's twisted his knee, so that's very unfortunate. Lucky Deacon, the physio of the Pakistan team, charges out onto the field. He might have just twisted the knee and then just launched himself because he couldn't really get the legs working. He is up. Okay, well, while we're going to get this sorted and find out if Zaman can continue, Natalie Jamanis is somewhere in the ground and I'm not too sure where she is. Natalie? Wherefore art thou?
Well, I tell you what, Sean, we talk about views around the world and commentary views. It will take a long time to find a better view than this. I'm up at the top end of the Western attraction, and this is something really spectacular. This view is very, very special. I know it's not the best moment at the moment for Pakistan, but I'm absolutely loving it up here. It's a little bit chilly, but that is all forgotten when you look at these views around this incredible ground. It is absolutely magnificent up here. To my left-hand side, I've got the Matagara Bridge, which is over the Swan River, and of course to my right-hand side, all the action happening out here in the middle. And you can feel the atmosphere from up here. Of course, it is a little bit windy as well, but this is very, very special. It's something that I'm going to remember for a long time. And Sean, I know you weren't so keen about coming up here, but I tell you what, you are missing out. This is very special, Sean.
You obviously don't have a fear of heights, do you?
No, unfortunately, I'm lucky in that I'm not that worried about heights. They are trying to get me to swing, and they're bouncing the bridge around a little bit, and I'm okay with that. That doesn't really bother me too much. They're asking me, though, to maybe just, like, go off the edge and swing a little bit.
And
I'm taking baby steps. We're all starting to do that. I've been taught, like, I just have to just hang around a little bit. This is working. Take a few steps backwards, and we start getting towards the edge. That's pretty fun.
More importantly, how's the health and safety? Have those clips been checked properly?
I've been checked very well. I tell you what, I've been very well looked after. They're watching my every move, and I've been very, very well briefed.
Well, now that you're up there, you might as well back yourself. Just jump off and see how you can hang.
Just jump off, do a Wile E. Coyote, yeah. I don't know if that would be something that I would be doing anytime soon, Bonnie.
Okay, we'll get down safely. We'll go back to the action. Thanks for that. Yeah, Zaman has now sorted himself out and the physio's done the magic. Looks like it'd be good to continue.
Fucker's like a Wolverine. Suddenly he's back up, back in one piece, ready to go again. Have to turn and jump quickly. Might have been some magic spray or something similar, I suspect.
Let's see if he can put some weight onto that leg of his. Found the outside edge, and that's a bonus boundary. Started to run after making contact, and it was a little bit gingerly, but he didn't have to go too far. He realized the edge took the ball away and to the boundary.
Once again, we're not seeing any turn whatsoever, and we saw her across the Dutch innings only when the ball was wide. Scoring became really easy. Pakistan have also feasted on some ill discipline in terms of length as well, which sees them in such a commanding position in this game.
Nicely placed as well, a little bit of width, and he's opened the face with his bad knee, because I'm still able to get back for the second. So this change of pace not really working for the Netherlands. the other option of Rudolf van der Merwe back into the team today, and then the experience with his left arm spin. So the 7th over now completed, 12 from it. 53-40.
जिंदगी से अपनी सेविंग्स म्यूचुअल फंड्स में लगाओ, बेस्ट रिटर्न पाते जाओ। इन्वेस्टमेंट इतनी सिंपल, वाओ। डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
मजबूत सफल है।
नहीं जुड़ने वाला, लेकिन क्यों? आसिफ अली ने शॉट मारा था।
एक सारा उनके लिए आसिफ अली से टूटे शीशे की सीधी सारी खुशी है सुपर।
Oh, it's got him into the attack. Quicker than one tries to go up and over, gets the outside edge, and Glover has the impact. Another wicket for the Netherlands.
We've seen that Pakistan batsmen feasting on this type of length. This one may be a fraction shorter than the ones they've been able to drive down the ground. Almost a half volley, but just out of shape. Trying to plunder this over the top rather than caress it through the offside. And Fakhar Zaman losing his wicket. One ball for 20, it's 50.
मतलब डैंड्रफ वापस कल ही तो शैम्पू किया था।
ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर, इसका बाकायदा इस्तेमाल करें खुश्की की जंग से असर 100% तक। खुश्की मिटाए, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे। State Life Insurance Corporation of Pakistan.
KNNs, ताकि आपके प्यारों को मिलती रहे सेफ एंड हेल्दी चिकन।
The new breath of Rishi. पाव सितारों जैसी क्यों?
जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी वाले सर्विस टाइल्स लगवाओ, क्योंकि ग्रुप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
इस मैच में तो मुझे आउट किया था नसीम शाह ने। नहीं
इनके लिए तो नसीम शाह से आउट होने की सीधी सादी खुशी है।
इसमें से एक पिक्चर लूंगा।
Nestle Fruit Vital Spark.
Very similar delivery to the wicket ball. Haven't seen any swing here this afternoon. Fakhar Zaman, you just wonder whether he's just having a little bit of thoughts about that knee rather than try and manipulate balls through the field and try and score ones and twos because he's so mobile, trying to just strike boundaries.
Interesting, the approach of Glover is coming around the wicket, but I think it's the leg.
Okay. Once you get selected, you'll have to work in flexible timings.
Okay.
Mostly at nights.
Sure.
So that's it. We've come to an end. Final question. Why BPO? यहीं आना तुम्हारा एम है या कोई और अच्छी जॉब मिलते ही तुम ये नौकरी छोड़कर भाग जाओगे? Do you want me to increase the temperature?
No, it's okay.
Continue.
अगर सच कहूँ तो मैं गांव छोड़ना नहीं चाहता था। वहाँ कम कमाते थे फिर भी आराम से रहते थे। यहाँ ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है। ये शहर परेशानियों से भरा है। अब देखिए इस एड्रेस को ढूंढने में भी मैं परेशान हो गया, काफी भटकना पड़ा। सॉरी, इसीलिए देर हो गई।
It's okay, go on.
वहाँ हमारे गांव में अगर यही काम हम गांव में करें तो हमें इतनी इज्जत नहीं मिलती। शहर में एसी रूम में बैठकर 25,000 सैलरी लेने से स्टेटस बढ़ता है, इसीलिए सबको खुश करने के लिए मैं गांव से यहाँ चला आया।
फाइनल राउंड में अगर तुम ये जवाब दोगे तो तुम पर भरोसा करना मुश्किल होगा।
जिंदगी से अपनी सेविंग्स म्यूचुअल फंड में लगाओ, बेस्ट रिटर्न पाते जाओ। इन्वेस्टमेंट इतनी सिंपल। वाओ, डाउनलोड जिंदगी ऐप नाउ।
टायर मजबूत, सफर में बनता है।
जो कैनन इलेक्ट्रिक वाटर हीटर लगाते हैं वो बांटने से नहीं घबराते हैं।
Zong Weekly Pro लगाएं और डिजिटल हो जाए। 40 GB डेटा, 250 अदर नेटवर्क में सिर्फ 399 रुपए में पूरा हफ्ता। Zong 4G।
Now into the attack. Beats the edge.
What a fascinating little situation it is to be on the bench at the start of the game, 12th man at best, and then called on after the all-rounder Buster Lader batting at 3 gets hit in the helmet and is out of the game, and then back comes in.
He works away and straight away there's a call of 2.
And there's so often the way in this sort of tournament play. And he may well have been out and done his full bowling load out the front, out bowling the batsman. And Buster Lader. Shiner on that right eye and right cheek.
Didn't join us a little bit earlier. It was the delivery that crashed off the top edge into his helmet, and we still haven't quite worked out. Harris Rolfe, I think, was the bowler. Haven't worked out whether it managed to squeak through with actually the grill that cut him under the eye. But you can barely see out of it at this stage, and when he wakes up in the morning, he's going to probably be surprised by the fact that he won't be able to see out of it at all, I would think.
Probably smiling because he's just seen his face on TV for the first time since he's been hit. He's taken wickets throughout this tournament. This is when he got struck. Short ball from Harris Rolfe and didn't make a pleasant sound, that's for sure. Pakistan fielders were right in quickly.
There's a glove all lands safely. This one didn't get the contact he was after, and it actually beat him maybe for pace and done some damage as well. Hit him on the glove and just popped up into the air. Edwards was unable to change direction and launch to the right-hand side to grab hold of it.
Well, he's almost self-testing before the physio and doctor come out. He knows all the tests, being a keeper, that they're going to do on his hands. Grip test. Doing all the bits and pieces. There's physio with Deacon. Played first-class cricket in South Africa.
There's an edge, might work as well. Away, brilliantly done. Just had to get hold of his hands before he got up to throw the ball back to the wicketkeeper. 2 runs from that one. 9 overs done 68 pitches.
आज करेंगे क्रिकेट तो कल स्टेडियम की विनिंग विकेट ऐसे टैलेंट को बढ़ाने में साथ दे रहे हैं थ्रू द एंगल क्रिकेट कोचिंग प्रोजेक्ट
State Life Insurance Corporation of Pakistan.
Safeguard से नहाना या दूध लगाना.
Nestle Fruta Vital Sparkling Fruit Drink. It's a delightful fusion of soda and fruit juice.
The new Pretzel Bleach Cream. पाव सितारों जैसी क्यों?
सर्विस कहाँ है? सर्विस गुड सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी? ओमेगा लेगुना फैसलाबाद जल्द आ रहा है.
Song Wiki Pro लगाएं और डिजिटल हो जाए. 40 GB डेटा, 250 अदर नेटवर्क मिनट, सिर्फ 399 रुपए में पूरा हफ्ता. Song 4G.
State Life Insurance Corporation of Pakistan.
Nestle Fruta Vital Sparkling Fruit Drink. It's a delightful fusion of soda and fruit juice.
KNNs ताकि आपके प्यारों को मिलती रहे सेफ एंड हेल्दी चिकन.
आज स्कूल में प्रैक्टिस कल स्टेडियम में गोल ऐसे टैलेंट को बढ़ाने में साथ दे रहे हैं थ्रू द एंगल फुटबॉल ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम.
State Life Insurance Corporation.
Another good punch down the ground by this one. Nasty run through. What do you think the Netherlands will take away from the performance so far today? I mean, they'll obviously be disappointed, but is it just the nature of the Perth surface that is really hard to adjust to? Or will they just be disappointed in their own performance?
I think for them it's entirely foreign, their surface. They'll be disappointed because they've pushed Pakistan in a few games over the summer. They bowled really well in the previous game against India. They played good quality cricket throughout this tournament, yet they haven't taken the big scalp when they've needed to. And I just think they've been disappointed with, particularly their batting. They just haven't posted targets or haven't chased easily. And so whilst there's been positives in a lot of the other games, I don't think they're going to find too much out of this game. They've been blown away with the bowling attack of Pakistan, and I think that's largely to do with the ball rushing on a pitch like this, and frankly the quality of the Pakistan bowling effort. They were exceptional.
He pulled away. Would have carried. Had he taken it? That's from Beak. And he's convinced that he's got his fingers underneath it. I'm sure the umpires will get together and maybe send us upstairs. They'll definitely give us a soft signal. But this could be another wicket for them. Moved in nice and quickly, judged it. And then trying to get his hand stuck underneath it.
We're going to go with the soft signal out.
For that is out. Let's go straight to the head. Take that back from me. I want to see if that ball gets in the hands before bouncing. Do you have any other angle to show me? From this one, it looks like the ball bounces.
Back for me one more time. You have zoomed up your wrist angle for me.